Hi. So, this is part of our life that we don't usually share with a lot of people. The things we do behind the scenes that most don't see, that goes unnoticed but has meaning in life. And it's the thought forms of what we put out into the world that matter most, what we think about, what we imagine. And right now, came upon this Catholic church here in Las Vegas, and it's a penance, a prayer for peace. How often do you take time out of your day just to think about peace for the world, about love for the world, that this world can heal, that we can change, we can be something better, and we can be something different? So, a penance, a prayer for peace. 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 Penance, we want a prayer for peace. Penance, 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 prayer for peace. Penance, prayer for peace. Penance, prayer for peace. A penance, a prayer for peace. A penance, prayer for peace. A penance, prayer for peace. A penance, prayer, peace. A penance, prayer, peace. Penance, prayer, peace. Penance, prayer, we want peace. Penance, this is our prayer, we want peace. We give up the penance of our life and our time. This is our prayer that we give up to the world that we so desperately want and need peace. Penance, prayer, 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 peace. A penance, prayer, peace. A penance, prayer, peace. Penance, prayer, peace. Penance, prayer, peace. Penance, prayer, we want peace. A penance, prayer, peace. A penance, prayer, peace. A penance, a prayer, peace. A penance, a prayer, peace. A penance, a prayer. We need peace so badly. Penance, a prayer, peace. A 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 penance, a prayer, peace. Penance, 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 prayer, peace. Peace. Penance, a prayer, we need peace. A penance, a prayer, we will have peace. A penance, a prayer, peace is upon us. A penance, prayer, peace is here. Penance, prayer, and peace. Everything that this world needs right now. So much death and destruction that we have lived through in our lifetimes, everyone's lifetime. So much war upon war upon war upon war. For what? For nothing. Peace. Why can't we find everlasting peace? Where is that part missing that funks it all up, that keeps this imbalance? It's the yin and the yang, but some's yang and too yinin and not enough yangin. Just peace. Everyone needs to find peace within themselves, and we can find peace for this world. We learn to love, care, be compassionate, kind for one another. Love you all. Penance, prayer,